Yes, hello. Good morning. We are just making a coffee. Yes, how is your morning going? I know. Yeah, we were just listening to a few of those. How horrible. It's hard to stomach and even listen to, yeah. Yeah, and just keep in mind these lines of punks and traffickers and people and these bands that like to get the retards and fuck the retarded children. Yeah, these punks next door with custody of my children who tried to kill me, abused their own child in the tub. Mother had to get full custody. Right, so you pieces of shit around here, the DHHS workers and the nasty funkin' junkies that are left around here, the worst ones have moved to Florida and California. The ones left around here are literally fucking teeny boppers that weren't even in high school back when these punks were pulling a lot of this shit back in 2006, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right. So when people start to grasp that, and these punks and trafficking lines connected to druggies and traffickers associated to 9/11, and the bullshit going on with targeting the non-vaxxers and bullies and Karens, a lot of innocent people are getting killed. So I'm not sure how these fucking psychos and pieces of shit are continuing to ignore these facts here and profit from the abuse and ignorance. Yeah, you've become one of them if you haven't noticed. A lot of you YouTubers and people that get sent after the Karens and the non-vaxxers and the bullies, and then what happens? They start looking to the people around them. And if they even start to question the vaccines or the SSRIs, and if they even think about saying marijuana is safer than their bullshit prescription drugs, they'll probably cut your fucking head off, huh? You're scared to even say it, and that is a fucking issue, isn't it? Yeah, well, it seems to dictate a lot of what happens in our public schools. These fucking rich people scared to offend each other and lose their allowances. Yeah, it's fucking sick. Yeah, so hopefully the proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine do what they can do to help our children here that are in the hands of these sick murderers, pedophiles, drug addict pieces of shit, psychotic, delusional, believe in ghosts and aliens, psychotic pieces of fucking shit. You know who we're talking about. And once again, I'll tell you fucking psycho, gaslighting, ghost, alien, psychotic people to leave our mothers and our children alone. We've been watching and listening to you goons take advantage of them our whole lives. And it's fucking sick and disgusting. And they love you. And if you even try to tell them how disgusting it is that they allow them to manipulate them and others around them and turn their heads to the drug trafficking and the abuse, if you even try to tell them, you can't do that, can you? You lose your job, you get kicked out. I know, you can't tell them the truth. No, you just gotta go along with it. I mean, it's not your kids, and you can't see the kids that are starving or being fucked and tortured, and that stuff just happens, has nothing to do with you. Cause I believe that you... Hey, did you know there's 100,000 public schools in the United States of America? I guess we should have gotten those air filters, huh? If we had gotten those air filters, everything would be just fine, wouldn't it? Yeah, huh? Unbelievable. Yeah, so when people realize that our children are in the hands of murderous, psychotic people, and they're professionals, and they know how to abuse them without leaving marks, and they have all these fucking psychos fooled. A lot of them know it deep within. They fucking know it, and they can't acknowledge it. They just gotta play along. I know, it's fucking sick and disgusting. My name's Mary. We're in Augusta, Maine, Governor Hill Mansion. A lot of fraud and abuse with the Catholic charity bullshit and psycho fucking drug traffickers, narcotics, narcissistic pieces of shit. Nasty fucking people, dude. Right. So our children are here. Our youngest two are in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles, if you haven't heard. They tried to kill us in 2012. We told them it was not okay. I'm not sure how you people are justifying any of this with your little cartel investigations. Yeah, it's like we've been dealing with this stuff since we were kids, and we were put on the programs when we were 18 because we don't deal their drugs or do their drugs. And they've tried to kill us multiple times since we were kids. It's not a fucking joke. Oh, yeah, we're a liability and we're compromised, and we have been since we were teenagers. Right, because we were put on the programs. You know those implants and stuff they're working with? Right, so back in those days, we were dealing with criminals that implant them into their own children and teddy bears. Remember the Hells Angels? They'd put them in some of the teddy bears. They'd make sure certain kids got certain teddy bears or dolls, had special eyes. Can you hear my heartbeat? What did you say, Sally Ann? Mom. Sally Ann just said I should smack you in the face. I'm taking you to a doctor. Doctor, my child's hearing voices. They think the doll's talking to him. Oh, you know kids and how they play, madame. I know, and it's so funny, too, how some of them try to play stupid to the drug trafficking. They just did it the other day. It was literally like, because my one son who can talk and has coherency and stuff like that. Right. He said it was mean, that I call people psychotic because they let me stay here and this and that. It's like I can go at any time. We've done this so many times over the 2017. Right? Remember, I'm trying to get my daughter to a doctor. The abuse going on that they just don't want to acknowledge. How dare I say such things? Right? They're calling ghost hunters alien. It's bullshit, dude. It's fucking bullshit. I'm trying to get my daughter to a doctor. These psychos are messing around with fucking chemicals and stuff that you people obviously don't seem to care too much about. A lot of them were caught up in a lot of the limelight and bullshit glory story stuff. You can't deny it. Everybody's been watching. Right, so anyways, and I was like, yeah, just dealing with this stuff since we were kids. And the child molester that lived with us. Right. I know, Mom goes, what child molester? At first, like it was like total ludicrousy. Never heard of it, right? Insane. I'm like, our sister's boyfriend, whom she had a child with, she was 15. A lot of people in the town were upset about it. Dad was wearing pictures of her in a little bikini on her shirt, like he just didn't care. And then when people started saying stuff, right? Oh, yeah, well, we're the ones that had him brought, right? Like, right, just keep in mind, she was just acting totally oblivious. Like, what? What are you talking about? Right? It's interesting, too. Because then when I reminded her who, right? Oh, yeah. The mother of your granddaughter, the father of your granddaughter, right? Because he got her pregnant too, right? So not only was it your daughter's boyfriend when she was only 15, but it was also the father of your granddaughter because she got pregnant, right? Because after he went to prison, she was still with him, right? Oh yeah, she got emancipated from my parents, married the guy in jail, had a baby with him. Right, and then had it annulled. Now we're going to have the marriage annulled, and she got new parents up the road. Oh, yeah, that. Well, we're the ones that got him put in jail, and I know my son's like trying to stick up for him. Like, yeah, they're the ones that got him in jail. It's like, okay, we're just not going to acknowledge that, yeah, they're the ones that were letting him live with us, okay with it. And the townspeople are the ones that actually got upset. And when they said something is when they finally, they weren't even going to do it. All they did was say he couldn't stay with us anymore. Right. And so my sister got upset and kicked my dad in the nuts. Right, because he knocked her books out of her hand, so she kicked him in the nuts. They were arguing about him staying there. Right, because people were saying stuff. Yeah, like they got some of the, I think they had gotten some of the boys at his taekwondo school to say he brushed their knee or something. Yeah. Yeah, pretty bad. It's so sad. From what I remember, he was a really good guy. He taught me how to breathe through my nose, how to go jogging. He pissed my mom off one day because she gave me a whole bag of Doritos. And he's like, she's not going to lose weight if you just give her a whole bag of chips. It was actually a basket. It was a basket of chips. I was only like 10 years old. Yeah, from what I remember, he was a really nice guy. Right, I think he worked. Didn't he work for the DARE program too? DARE to keep kids off drugs. I know they never got it, and it's so sad what they did to that guy, because he wound up going to prison for years, and real abusers skipped town. That's what I remember. And when I tried to bring that up, I got pushed down the stairs by a ghost, and I was told I got pushed down the stairs by a ghost because I was bad. Yeah, so I'm like 10 or 11 years old, folks, at this time. Right. And a lot of these like drinking problems and mouthy stuff they're talking about is when I was a young teenager. Yeah, I was put on the programs when I was 18, and a lot of these people making reports I haven't even seen since I was in high school. And I got kicked out of high school when I was 15, so. Yeah, prank calling a teacher. I wasn't even the one playing the harmonica. Go figure. Didn't the one playing the harmonica, didn't his parents die on their motorcycle? I think so. It was shortly after that. Yeah, I got expelled. The other kids got suspended. But yeah, I don't remember. Like, this could just be a dream. Like, just rumors and stuff. You tell. That's what I'm asking you for. I do remember his name. I'm not going to say it because I have the video going. Hold on. Starts with a C. Last name starts with an R. Yeah, didn't his parents die on a motorcycle? Yeah, he was the one. Nope, the other one. There, he had the blonde hair. He was such a cutie, and he had the Nirvana posters in his locker. I wish I was like you, easily amused. But yeah, no, just to give you people an idea of what we're dealing with here. Yeah, just plays totally stupid to it. What are you talking about? Like I'm talking about stuff that doesn't even exist. And then when I start reminding, oh, well, yeah, and we're the ones that had him put in jail. And he's like, right, it's so sad. Because he's right on to protect these delusional people. And it's just sad. And I love them very much and respect them and do anything I can to help out, you know? Yeah. Right. Unbelievable. But just to give people an idea, like the child molester and drug trafficker didn't even exist, and I'm totally crazy. Like, what are you talking about? And then when the light gets shown through. Right, and it's just sad. I pointed that out to him too because he was upset. You know, he thinks I'm calling his Nana psychotic in names. Right, people don't get. I'm talking to a lot of the ones that have been gaslighting her. The fucking cunts and nasty people. Most of them have moved away. A lot of them are just passerbys because she worked down in that office for years. I know, you had the wisdom people, the Knights of Columbus, the Blue Onyx guys, all the fucking passerbys and their rich parties. A lot of people would like to rent the place and dress up with like the old hats and stuff, you know? Like they were back in the olden days. Would you like to do a Shakespearean play? Chauncey! Lie down! I said Chauncey! Chauncey, lie down. Right, and the drug trafficking. What am I talking about? It had nothing to do with us. Yeah, Mom, that had nothing to do with them. His boat that he was trafficking in drugs in from the Middle East was in our yard. He used to go make pickups in the ocean. Yeah, that's because he had a sea urchin license. Because you go diving for sea urchins. Right, and they know the truth and they play fucking stupid. And just the fact that I'm even having to deal with this stuff, that I am having to deal with any of this stuff, is fucking ridiculous and disgusting. We're already dead. You can eat shit and die. We'll leave at any time. No fucking problem. We're in a complete understanding. I love my parents very much. And over the years, yeah, Mom, she wants me here. They like having me here, help around the house, this and that. I'll help you right over a fucking cliff. Right. Right over a cliff, that'll help me. I know, it's ridiculous. It's really dumb. Kind of a lot of sarcastic Marie and Frank Barone stuff. Right, and the fact that a lot of these psycho state workers have been manipulating a lot of situations and taking children out of good homes of parents because they're dangerous, devil grass smoking people who don't want to pump themselves or their children up with Western medicine, drugs, and vaccines. And we've seen a lot of cases that are really fucking sad, where the kids have actually been killed by the foster parents and taken out of really good homes with parents that love them very much. And by not giving them the vaccines and pumping them with prescription drugs, they're protecting them. Now, what is sad is, without the education, right, if you just have a bunch of unhealthy people that don't have healthy diets or supplements, and they don't drink water, they don't have any of these skill sets. Where do they get these skill sets and know-how anyways? It starts in the home. Right. It's gotten really dumb with the public school systems. It's like because they can't make a big deal on air filters or crayons, we can't implement mindfulness. Right. Well, there's not a lot of product there to sell, right? Yeah, that takes caring people to go around to teach mindfulness. Do we have to teach mindfulness? Or, I mean, is that something that can just come naturally? I mean, mind you, I am not a scholar. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a dead mother. And I'm not fucking stupid. And I've been doing this pretty much my whole life with these traffickers and psychos, and the ghost stories and the alien stories. I mean, people have put those dots together. And the fact that we have a lot of people here in denial, and that I'm going to get yelled at by others, or, right, because I'm calling it out, how dare I talk bad about those people? Are you fucking kidding me? This shit needs to stop. I know, and look at what they did. People were just talking about in the class, the whole Hunter Biden. Come on, Joe. Right, these same kind of trafficking lines, right, because when you look at the line, right, when the drugs and the people and all this, whatever, chemicals come up, then it goes back down. It comes up, then it goes back down and over. Then it goes up, then it goes not all the way back down, halfway back down and over. It goes up and over. You get 3 lines going. One, right, well, the one line is coming up, but then you have 3 lines going over from that line, but it has to go up first. I mean, technically you're going down. It depends on your starting point and which direction you're facing. You could be going down. Are you going up or down? Have you ever seen The Abyss? That was a good movie. Yeah, Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis was in that movie. It was one of my favorite movies growing up. Probably saw it at least 10 times. Maybe more. Maybe more. I love that movie. I haven't seen it in years. It was probably like 11 the last time I watched that. But yeah, it's interesting. And then when you see these guys like Joe and stuff like that, and they get their kids, getting them all involved, being the cool people, trafficking, giving them good deals. Right. Well, a lot of these people too, they get them doing the psychedelic parties, Epstein Island and other places, mansions, P. Diddy Palace. Not necessarily those places, a lot of times connecting places. Those are usually just kind of like studios. Right, and they get a lot of drifters and nomads and up and comers, yeah, as they call them. Right. Right, so then they get them doing these psychedelic parties and stuff, and some make it a religious experience, right? It's a religious thing. When you really see some of it, it's so fucking stupid. I'm like, what the hell? Are you guys actually doing this seriously? Grow the fuck up. I know, and they do it on purpose. It's almost like the poetry places or the... Right, they make it so stupid. Like, oh, we're just doing a seance or just reading poetry or massage party, cocktail party, after hours. Right, whatever it is. Oh, like Bohemian Grove. Yeah, these places where, they're just doing drugs and stuff. And then eventually, when people start to notice stuff, they move on, but that place gets taken over by locals and kids who know the history, and now they're the ones running that shop, right? The original ones are long gone, and now when these new ones step in, and they're doing some pretty bad shit, maybe. Right, and then it gets associated to other lines and the history and politicians, and yeah, they don't really pay attention to like the few punks associated to that place that are doing really bad stuff, and then the few fucking punks associated to those punks that are making a lot of money on their radio shows trying to find all these child pedo people. Are you gonna find them? Huh? Yeah, because you seem to be the ones helping to aid and abet them from our standpoint. So if I were you, dude, I'd seriously start getting fucking real and speaking up for these kids that are being fucked and tortured by your people. Huh? Are they helping you with drug investigations? Right, a lot of the drug traffickers and stuff that are part of those drug investigations, all they do is go around getting the people that are a liability. And they're associated to the cartel family, so they get away with it. Right, because oftentimes a lot of people in those families don't approve of that shit, and they're sick of it too. And people getting killed. Right, so if someone from that family... Right, and then if they're part of the investigations, they can easily target that family member and take them out, part of the cartel family. Right, buddy? Right? Buddy? Right, so we've been doing this our whole lives. We're in Augusta, Maine. My name is Mary, and my youngest two children are next door in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles. His name is Michael Scott Garand. He was born 6/22/1984, and him and his sick mother, Shirley, are two of the most abusive, psychotic, fucking sick fucks I've ever met in my life. And it horrifies me knowing that my children are in their custody. And the proper authorities need to step up and report the facts here as to what's been going on with the targeting and the vaccines.